Hey, HappiDaze here, and we are back for Kizuna Clash, getting the skulls for kids. So, unfortunately, I've been away for a little bit. Kids' school vacations, something like that, have made recording videos super tough. But we're back. So, I haven't had a chance to do, for example, even a breakdown of the developer video, developer letter that came out. So, expect a video on that coming up. I'm just kind of catching up on a bunch of some of the older videos that I haven't had yet. So, watch out for those. But today, let's get into these Kizuna Clash teams. See what they are, what they can do. So I do have the full batch, so this will be a video using that full batch. So on fight number 2, nothing kind of really too crazy happens. You get some special reverse. You have to get a tap timing barrier through there, with potentiality of either a friend captain, Yassop and Beckman, or your own. You'll be able to use potential abilities to kind of get through that. Makes them really useful. And if you don't, you just get a ton of buffs, or debuffs, I should say, from all the mobs that are around the main boss there. So definitely want to make sure you don't go past that one turn, otherwise you'll have 12 turns of special bind on your units, and that is not fun. Going into stage number 3, I'm doing for 31+. You have to watch out for special bind. Again, the friend captain, Yassop, and Beckman will help take care of that for you. You want to make sure you are carrying an attack boost into the 3rd stage, so you don't get that debuff that you see there, about the 1.1 times the attack. Hongo can take care of the defense that's there, so it makes it really fun to deal with. And the special of the Yassop and Beckman can help get you the strength orbs, because there's a bunch of other orb types that are basically reduced to only 10% damage. So you would definitely want to be hitting with strength orbs on this final fight. And then there's a bunch of just kind of nasty interrupt stuff. And then, of course, you take death hits, because why not? So you just want to make sure that whatever characters you're bringing, you have a rainbow shield to kind of help take a big chunk of this damage away from you. You probably want to be building characters that are more cerebral focused, particularly especially for this team around fighter, shooter, or cerebral. And that will kind of get you your best bang for your buck there. So for 31+, you'll see the teams that we're going to use there. Not too many bad gimmicks on the Dex boss fight. On the quick boss fight, however, on battle number 2, basically you have to deal with some special bind. Again, captain and friend captain can help deal with that. And again, you get a barrier, but this time it's a strength barrier. So on stage 2, we'll use one of our Yassop and Beckman specials, and that will just let us just do a ton of damage, get through all this, get rid of the special bind, not have to deal with any of that. Going into the boss fight for here, you get some more special bind. Again, the captain can take care of that. You get 10 turns of despair. So if you have 2 of the Red Hat Pirates on your crew, Hongo will take 7 turns out. So with Sokkas, you can get that 10 pretty easily. Again, anything that's not really strength, or Wano, or Rainbow, or Bomb are going to be unfavorable. So you want to make sure you are getting slots that are aligned to that. And then you also have another death hit, which is always fun. And then you also have resilience to deal with. So that's kind of the trickiest part, is just that resilience. So we're going to use Nami to help take care of that. And he does have a damage limiter on him, so you have to kind of kill him in 2 stages. But luckily for this fight, there's not a death hit after you kill him, so once you kill him, you're done. You don't have to kind of really worry about that. So those are the 2 boss fights. These are teams that we're using, really leveraging Kuma for his Rainbow slot ability at the beginning. He can also help basically get a double special launch for a captain, Yassop and Beckman, if you have them. So that's really good, and also helps with some special reverse that we get going into stage 3. So that's kind of how we're going to approach these matches. So you can see I'm still pretty early in, but these teams that you see here will last 31+. So let's go ahead and get into the quick fight first. On stage 2, basically they want you to use one of your Beckman and Yassop specials, and then use the other one on stage 3 if you have the full badge, right? So that's kind of the thought process behind what you're doing there. Wait for Shanks to give his little speech here. Alright, so let's quickly get into this content. You can see just for our characters, we have our EXs ready to go. We'll just make things a lot easier for us in the long run. Now, we did end up pulling Yassop and Beckman in 6, which is awesome. As I'm sure all of you guys are aware, if you're not, anniversary is right around the corner, so you should 110% not be pulling. Especially, I don't advocate usually pulling at all on banners that are related to non-alliance-based Kizunas, just because it's pretty easily to kind of skip the first couple boxes, especially if you don't need the skulls. If you're an older player, have a lot of skulls, it's really easy to get through the content and just kind of quickly finish it off. There's no real benefit to going really deep in here, just because you don't get kind of the rewards, the alliance rewards and things like that that you normally get in a full alliance Kizuna. So again, save for Anniversary. It's right around the corner. There's going to be broken units. You'll be using those units for at least 6+ months. I think from a pure value perspective, the half anniversary, the anniversary and the global anniversary are kind of the best super best to pull with to get the best bang for your buck in terms of longevity for units there. So you can see we're chugging along pretty well here, just kind of skipping along, and we're just going to hit for an absolute ton of damage. The tricky part, or the annoying part of this fight, is that there is a damage limiter on this boss fight, so it means that you basically have to kill him in two shots. So you want to make sure that you have buffs that can last those two fights. That way you're making sure you have enough damage to kill the end boss. But you can see with this team, not even a problem at all around there. So again, they want you to use one special of your Yassop and Beckman on stage 2, then another on stage 3. So we're basically going to repeat pretty much the same thing for the dex variation of this boss. The only difference here is, you get the death hit at the end, as opposed to what we were just doing in the previous fight. So that's kind of all you have to really watch out for there. I am using my boy Shanks here. I don't get to use this alt art Shanks very often, unfortunately. So we're pulling him out since he's part of the crew. So let's go ahead and use him. He'll just give us just an absolute ton more damage. We were really just using that Nami on the other fight to get rid of the resilience and get through that pretty easily. So, turtles, not a problem at all. When you get to fight 2, like I said, if you don't kill in one turn, all these mobs are going to give you 3 turns of slot bind, which just will make your run pretty much impossible to finish. So you just want to make sure that you're going in, you're killing all the mobs and the main boss in one shot. Again, if you use one of the specials here, you have more than enough damage to kill the main boss there in one shot, and then just easily pick off all the mobs around him without too much difficulty there. Same general concept as the first fight that you saw here. We want to use the Yassop and Beckman special first, so that way when we use Kuma, his EX particularly, it will basically give both Kuma and him the specials back, which just lets you do more damage, lets you set target status, all that fun stuff. So it just makes it really, really easy to just do an absolute ton of damage here. Of course, you don't need 5 turns of Rainbow Shield, but heck, why not? It's never a problem to have that. Go ahead and just skip a lot of these animations just because we're going to have just tons of damage, but if you really want to, you could just tap time through those. And what that buys us is basically probably just an insane amount of damage. Like, you can just see the amount of damage that we just did there was ridiculous. Like, we could go probably to level 100 plus on Kizuna. Don't recommend that, but we could probably go ahead and do that if we wanted to be able to get the bunch of tickets and goof the rewards there. But again, I personally don't think these Kizunas, the personal ones, are really worth it to go kind of too deep. Go in, get your skulls, get your rewards there, and dip pretty quickly. I wouldn't invest too much time and resources into this just because there's a lot more events coming down the road. Again, save your Kizuna potions if you have them. You can see we have 24 here, but basically we want to make sure that save those for Pirate Alliance Kizunas, again, so you can just really help make sure that you're giving the biggest boost to your team. You can get the better rewards from the whole Pirate Alliance Kizunas. So yeah, that's all we're going to have for this video today. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to have a ton of videos out probably in the next week and a half, all related to the upcoming anniversary. So lots of fun events coming. Super excited for our anniversary. I'm hoping to see, of course, another Luffy unit. I love Luffy units, so always love seeing a Luffy unit at anniversary. So really hoping we get a new one. Don't know if they'll go into the next arc or not. Just not caught up on the anime yet, so I don't know how far they are. So we'll have to see how that goes, but we'd love to see a new Luffy or some additional characters from that arc come in. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how your Kizuna Clash is going so far. How are you doing if you didn't pull the boosters? It seems like it's pretty straightforward. This Kizuna doesn't seem too hard, but love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. So let me know in the comments below. As always, till next time, be kind to each other. Thanks.